Hello, everyone. So it's been like 6 days or 7 days since I posted, and this is like 7 days after the challenge. Now, some differences I've noticed during this challenge is I noticed that it's probably like a different problem. Because on the first glance, you think that social media is the problem. But what I am noticing is when assignments get hard or like when works get hard, that's when I run to distraction. And it's probably a problem that a lot of people have, or maybe a few, or it's just my problem. Whatever it is, I know for a fact that it's not social media as a whole. Now, an update on like in terms of work, how much I've done. It's a good amount. Could be better, but it's good progress. Let me give you an example. So we were assigned a math packet, right? And I did the wrong one. I did the one that we did like a few weeks ago, probably like a month ago. And this is what it is right here. Yeah, so this front and back. And I just feel like this is wasted. But I'm not throwing it away since it's my work. And these are like what, 40 questions? Yeah, and I did the wrong packet. So this really means that it's not really a waste of time technically, since the final consists of all of these plus, plus some extra topics, but like this is insane. The amount of work I put in just to finish these and then to realize that it's just not what we're doing. And it's not bad. Handwriting got a bit better. Mind you, I did this in the car, so to write like this in a car, it's pretty impressive. To be fair, I did use like a notebook, but like, this is what it is. And in terms of screen time, yes, screen time. Before this challenge, I had a screen time on my other phone, the one that I showed you on the previous video. One of the highest screen times was 6 hours. And guess what those 6 hours are mainly consisted of? Watching YouTube. Guess what it is right now? Under an hour. I barely touched that phone. Ever since I started this challenge, I barely touched that phone. And that's not even the end. Last week, right? You add that 6 hours plus the time I spent on this phone, which is like, what, 4 hours on average? That's like 10 hours. You know how insane that is? Guess what the average is this week? 3 hours. Okay, it went down by an hour on average, but mind you, think about it. The comparison is huge. I went from like 10 hours to just 3 hours. Probably like 4 because I spent under an hour on that phone, but it's 3 hours in total, or 4 hours on average. And this is a huge change. The rest is mainly like work purposes, but what I am noticing is if it's not social media, it's literally Google searching. And next week, guess what it is? So this week specifically, right? There's one thing I left out. I left out the fact that I wasn't going to be listening to music for the first 7 days. The next week, I will be able to listen to music, but on one condition. And guess what that condition is? I cannot spend my time Google searching over, let's say, 15 minutes a day. So I will have to like start a timer. And once those 15 minutes are up, that means I can't really like Google search unimportant things anymore. And why is this relevant? Well, The main purpose of doing this is to eliminate distraction and to be focused on whatever I'm doing. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm striving for, to be focused. Because distraction does nothing beneficial to you. All it does is waste time, and time is so precious. So that's what it is. Thank you guys, and I really appreciate the support for this challenge. Is it challenging? It is. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the music and everything, but well, I have like 1 day left and then I could listen to music again. But yeah, this is interesting. Well, let's do this until 2025 and let's see if I can survive even longer.